Hello guys, this is Rutuja Jadhav and today we are going to learn about the data query language and transaction control language in detail. So watch this video till end and let's get started. We all know that there are 5 commands used in SQL. First of all, we will see the first 3 commands, that is DDL, DML and DCL in short. First one is DDL, that is data definition language. It is that component of SQL which is used to create and modify the structure of database. In this there are 5 commands which are create, drop, alter, truncate and rename. Second one is DML, that is data manipulation language. It is the component of SQL which is used to add new data to an existing table or delete or modify an existing data in a table. In this there are 3 commands which are insert, update and delete. Third one is DCL, that is data control language. The main purpose of creating a database is to store the information in a secured way. Many organizations and firms are used SQL to store their private information in the form of tables in the database. They will never want their private information to reach an unauthorized person. So, to control how a person accesses the database, we make use of data control language. In this, there are 2 commands which are grant and revoke. Now, going to our main point, which is DQL and different commands present in DQL. DQL is data query language. Let's see the definition. Data query language is a component of SQL which is used to performing queries on the data within the database objects. DQL, as the name suggested, is used to query or retrieve information from the tables present in a database. So, if we have data stored in a table, we can view it or we can access it with the help of DQL command. The DQL command is consist of SQL command. So now we are know about the DQL is used for. Let's now take a look at the select command that comes under the DQL. Let's see. The select command is used to select data from a database or view table information. Now let's take a look at the various syntax of the select command. First one is select star from table name. This statement is used to retrieve all of the information stored in all of the columns of the table. If this command executed, the complete table is displayed in its actual form. Second syntax is select column 1, column 2 up to the column n from table name. If you want to view information only specific columns, then you can use this syntax of the select command. Here the star mark is replaced by actual name of the column separated by comma. You can either choose a single column or multiple columns. Whenever you are running any SQL command, just make sure that you are giving the correct order of everything. So these were the most 2 common select commands. You can modify the result set or output you get select command by adding different clause to the select command. There are many clause which can use along with the select command. Let's see the clause. First one is where clause. Where clause is used to specify a condition while fetching the data from single table or by joining with a multiple tables. Second one is order by clause. It is used to sort data in ascending or descending order based on one or more columns. Third one is group by clause. It is utilized in SQL with select statement to organize similar data into groups, and it combines the multiple records in a single or more columns using some functions. The last one is having clause. It is used in combination with the group by clause to restrict the groups of return rows to only those whose the condition is true. Let's see the next command, which is TCL, Transaction Control Language. Here is the definition. Transaction control language commands are used to manage transaction in the database. These are used to manage the changes made by DML statements. It also allows statements to be grouped together into logical transaction. When we perform operations on a table with the help of DML statement, that is, if we insert data into a table, if we delete data from table, or if we update data from a table, these all operations are not permanent. So in order to apply these changes in a table permanently, we have to do something. And so we make use of TCL command. So basically TCL helps to control transaction in a table. There are three commands present in TCL, which are rollback, commit and save point. Let's see one by one. First one is commit. Here definition. This command is used to permanently save any transaction into the table. So the first command we are gonna talk about is commit command. It is used to save the changes on the table permanently if there is a need for any transaction to done in the database permanent through commit command. Let's see the example. Update student set. Student name is equal to Maria, where student name is equal to Meena. In this set of instruction, you can update the wrong student name by correct one and save it permanently in the database. The updated transaction gets completed when we use commit command. If commit is not used, then there will be lock on Meena record till the rollback or commit is issued. Second one is rollback. This command restores the database to last committed state. It is also used with save point command to jump to a save point in a transaction. Here is the example. Update student set student name is equal to Manish, where student name is equal to Meena. Rollback. If we updated the wrong information after the student name and wants to undo this update, we can issue rollback command and then undo the update. Last but not least command is save point. This command is used to temporarily save a transaction so that you can roll back that point whenever necessary. Example, save point table create. If we insert a value into a table, then it will be a save temporarily in a database. So these are the main or important commands used in SQL. I hope you all are clear with this. Thanks for watching.